Right. Butterfly up in the sky. I can fly. That's where you can't even see details anymore. It's all worn away. Ba, 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 da, boo, ba, da. Sunshine. Do what I do, what I do, what I do, what I do. Yeah, yeah. Sunshine. Say it when I say it, when I say it, when I say it, when the sunshine. Sunshine. I think being a pirate could be really cool. You know, pirating has come back into favor. The only thing is, the job security is not great. You never know. You surviving, it's like becoming a modern day hunter gatherer, right? You are surviving on the fact that you can make it's weird. It's a German bus ticket. I don't know where this came from. I really have no idea where this German bus ticket could be from. Whatever the case is, um, you surviving as a pirate is completely dependent upon luck of finding a ship. Now, luckily, most ships don't fight back because ships are insured, but that could be changing in the coming decade. But yeah, I've thought about being a pirate. I think that could be cool. A highwayman. Yeah, there's a lot of big things happening in the world of being a pirate this decade. Yes, the German bus ticket probably came from Germany. I didn't realize intellectuals turned into my stream. Forgive me. I had no idea there were such intellectual folks listening to my stream. Librarian. Library science is an interesting field. The University of Milwaukee, with all the shit I talk about University of Milwaukee, they actually had a surprisingly reputable library science program. I could be wrong, but I believe actually the library science program at University of Milwaukee was more to do than even at University of Wisconsin, uh, Madison. Here we go. I believe the library science program at University of Milwaukee was quite. I mean, it was huge. First off, you never ever. I've been to. I have credits from 4 universities now, and of all the universities I'd heard of, there was never enough library science majors. And I personally, I could literally name to you 6 library science majors at University of Milwaukee. I believe University of Milwaukee is renowned for its library sciences. Um, so yeah, library science is actually an incredibly academia would not exist without the library sciences degree program. Yeah, library science is pretty cool. Um, it plays to my, I love organization. Um, it really, really feeds off my organization. The idea of a science behind organization is really attractive to me. So I'm a huge supporter of as much as I am a enemy of academia. As much as I want to dissuade anybody from entering academia, and I think most doctoral students would agree with me, um, library science is a very, very cool field. There are few fields that are dedicated to organization in the way that library science is. So yeah, I support being a librarian. Library science is super cool. Sometimes I mean, so in my masters, when I was grading my masters, there was I interacted a lot with library science majors for my research, especially for my master's thesis, and yeah, a lot of cool stuff going on in library science. That's my speech. Sorry, I think a semester is a good time for that sort of thing. Feel what I feel. Feel what I feel when I feel in the sunshine. Remember, Ari, the parable of Superman. Superman runs ahead. Superman runs across the field, not to dissuade those following him, but so that those who fall can pick themselves back up and run after him. Superman doesn't slow himself so that the normal humans can catch up. Superman runs as fast as he can across the field so that people can look and say, I can do that too. We don't need good players to motivate ourselves. Admittedly, when I was your age, I thought that's what was necessary. I thought that I needed to surround myself by excellent players in order to make myself an excellent player. I can't say I'm innocent of those thoughts. But at the end of the day, even if you're the worst player in the studio, even if there's 15 players better than you and you're number 16, it's you against you who gets better. And you won't understand that. I didn't understand it when I was your age. I mean, I understood it at a base level, but I didn't really understand it until I was until 24 practice sessions ago. But it's you against you. It doesn't matter who's in the studio. You can be Superman. You can run faster than everyone else and watch them stumble and watch them fall. And what you might not see is you might not see them saying, well, if Ari can do it, I can do it. But they are. Because think about it, think about yourself in that position, right? You didn't say, oh, Will is so much better than me in Yue. I better not try. Maybe you did for a second. Sure, maybe. But in reality, you said, if he can do that, and so can I. We need heroes to run ahead. And if you switch to Eau Claire, sure. Eau Claire has a pretty. I could be wrong. To my knowledge, Eau Claire has the best music education program of all the UW system schools. You could switch to Eau Claire and be surrounded by maybe better musicians. I really don't know. I don't know anything about Stevens Point. Um, I don't know much about any of the UW system schools. But what I can say is you're here now, and you're already making waves. Be the Superman people want you to be. I think doing that would be better for your career than you're currently giving it credit for. I don't remember, to be honest. It's been a little too long. I don't remember how good Will was. I think he won some competition, didn't he? And he also played in the symphony. What's the symphony called? MISO. He also played in MISO, didn't he? Mm-mm. Oh, you messaging stuff. What do you have to say? Mm. Yeah, your advisor and your main professor would be the ones to talk to about such a thing. Mm. And an orchestra gear needs all my band and orchestra gear needs. Wow. They must tell that I'm playing a mouthpiece. All right, one more. Ah, mm, Oh, well, now. What do we got? Sweetwater. That's funny, or you should talk about chop shop for instruments. That's funny you should say that. I also had that thought when I was in maybe eighth grade. My grade school contacted me because the tuba that I had been playing had been stolen from the grade school. They later found it, spray painted black all the way. Uh, how did I say this? Specifically where I live, I would imagine maybe the same applies to New Mexico. I don't really know of Latino culture in New Mexico, but I do know of it in Southern California, and I do know of it in Texas. I'm sure it's in New Mexico also. I just personally don't know much about New Mexico. Um, but I can say for a fact I know personally of banda Latino culture in Southern California, Arizona, and Texas. For a banda to be a banda, you have to have a tuba, right? It's essential. All the other instruments can be hit or miss, but you need to have a tuba to be a banda in in these southern states. Without a tuba, you're nothing. You're just a banda impersonator. So tubas are surprisingly a hot commodity, especially grade school, middle school, high school tubas, because they're easier to steal. Um, there do exist in my home city instrument shops that ask few questions. And the reason I know they exist is because A, the tuba I used to play on in grade school, B, my ex fiance, her instrument ended up in a chop shop, an instrument chop shop, as you could say. Um, and C, another friend of mine's trombone ended up in an instrument chop shop. So yeah, these things do exist. If you think about it, with the amount of money a tuba goes for, it's insane to think that the stolen tuba market is not a real thing. There are small time spray paint sign instrument repair places that do no questions asked purchases. In fact, I used to actually work at one. I used to work at a place in I won't mention it. I used to work at a place in Guadalupe, which is kind of south of Tempe, about 5 miles south of Tempe. And I used to work at a place like that, and we got reputable names. I was at ASU at the time. We used to get the people on tour who happened to be playing at ASU would come to our shop and get work done, as well as the same day that we would get Mr. Peacock. If you guys don't know Peacock, he's a fabulous tuba virtuoso. I don't know what he's doing nowadays. Last time I heard of him was about 5 years ago. But we got Mr. Peacock's horns in. I mean, those are 12,000, $13,000 horns and used. So we got big names in coming for their instrument cleanings. In addition to the guy wearing an outfit like I'm wearing now, dropping off a duffel bag full of trumpets, right? And so I've worked in a no questions asked type of place. They do exist. Again, in my comparisons that I've been making for the last 6 months, right? Guns, tubas, bicycles, all these things are anywhere where there's machine parts, where certain parts can be swapped out, could be machined by average machiners, but could also be made by $10,000 producers, right? Guns, tubas, bicycles, cars, all these sorts of things are machines that once you swap out enough piece, it can be unrecognizable with the others. So all of these things have chop shops in a certain way, and it's not really talked about a lot. I don't think anybody really talks about the fact that small time instrument repair places don't make enough money to turn away the sketchy dude dropping off a duffel bag of trumpets. And when this specific instance I'm thinking of, literally a duffel bag full of trumpets. I mean, who would do that? Anybody who cared about the instruments would know that the valves are going to get fucked up. All sorts of things are going to get fucked up if you have 8 trumpets in a bag, right? But we weren't making enough money to ask questions. Yep. We did keep a list of serial numbers of stolen instruments, and it was actually my job. As I'm no instrument repairman, as the people in this stream probably know. I'm no instrument repairman, but it was my job to reference. We had a list. It was a couple laminated, not laminated, like this, stuck in sleeves like this, right? Pinned up on the wall of serial numbers of recent stolen instruments. But there were maybe 30 instruments on that list, and of those 30, probably 20 of them were a decade old. So clearly, people didn't try too hard. What I should say, not people. Band directors didn't try too hard to contact instrument places looking for their new instruments. They should have, because I promise you that bag of 8 trumpets, there couldn't have been. There's no way. No reputable person would have had 8 trumpets in a duffel bag like that. But believe me, I checked the serial number of every single one. None of them came up on that list. What I imagine, like for example, my sousaphone. Let's be real. My sousaphone is spray painted black. My sousaphone I got for 700-ish bucks, or maybe 600. I can't remember. 700 or 600 bucks, because I think he stickered it at 850, and I haggled him down pretty hard. So I think I got him to 700. All right, so I got a sousaphone for 700 bucks, spray painted black. It has a picture. It has a photo book of a banda shoved down the bell that I fished out myself, right? There is no way that sousaphone wasn't stolen. But I called. Pretty much every district I could find in Milwaukee. I called a bunch of districts in Michigan. I called a few districts in Chicago just because Chicago was last and I was already bored by that time. Nobody reported anything. But there's no way that tuba wasn't stolen. That sousaphone was not stolen. Why would you spray paint a sousaphone black? And plus, it had the banda pictures. It had to be stolen. The guy who I bought it from didn't know who he got it from. Come on. So, if anything, that's a testament to, again, your car, your gun, your bicycle, your horn. It's a testament to taking pictures of every number you can find on the damn thing, right? For example, Eastman, right? Eastman puts serial numbers on all their parts. This tuning slide has a serial number. Each of these valves has a serial number, right? The mouthpiece has a serial number. The lead pipe has a serial number, right? That's how it's got to be, because these chop shops do exist, and these chop shops chop it up. And once you've chopped up a horn, it's a little bit tricky to find. But who knows? Maybe I'm making it all up. Maybe I'm remembering incorrectly. Huh? Who knows? But yes, instrument chop shops do exist. And if you're interested truly, Ari, in becoming one, then I suggest you go to Red Rock. Red Rock has a reputable music school that every instrument repairman I've worked with has went to Red Rock. And I think I've said enough, haven't I? Yeah, it's quick enough. There we go. Whole new time. Yeah. 35 minutes, huh? See if we could find a recording I'm looking for. Aubrey, I'm sure you have a story. Don't get me wrong. Everybody's got a story. I'm sure you have a story, Aubrey. Ah, I must teach. Goodbye, my friends.